everyone. How's everyone doing today? I'm changing my chats. I'm also changing some other things. Let's see. There we go. Got everything set up. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I have been very busy. I ate my soft squares cookie. I don't know. I was up here about 5 and I just lost track of time. And yes, so I ate my soft squares cookie this morning and I am having some ginger lemon tea. And with that said, it's really good. It's sweet today. I don't remember what I put in it, but it's good. So I turned on, it says, yes, only subscriber. Hi. So we are making a crummy table runner. So I just finished long arming a quilt. It's a tree quilt that I made last year. It's still on the long arm, but I have about this much of holiday backing on it. And so I'm going to put something in there. And I decided I'm going to put a table runner. And excuse me, and when I was going through stuff, I found this pattern. So we're gonna just go and sew it up. I was cutting it up when I realized what time it was. So good morning, Eva. And wait, instead of struggling, here we go. We've got good morning, Eva, and we've got Annette and Dawn. Good morning, Catherine and Melanie. So yesterday, let me get this because I can't see. Yesterday, you know how YouTube takes your live and they take a snippet out of your live and make it a highlight. And I crack up all the time when I figure like, what do they choose? And this last one they choose when someone was trying to troll me. I thought it was a great snippet. Oh my goodness. I think I already have 1,500 views on it. But it was kind of funny. Even people at work were cracking up. They were telling me, Leanna, you're too much. They said, you are so calm, and that just was rolling right out of your mouth. She says, and they were all good suggestions, too. So that was funny. Yeah. Oh, we have another Catherine on here as well. Good morning. And we have, see, I cannot see your names, so I'm in the dark a little. But I believe at Lady4775 is Aisha's homemade or handmade, that's the channel, Handmade Quilts Gifts. I'm sorry. I have to see it, but it's Aisha. Pretty sure it is. Yep. Okay. So when I went through my pattern repertoire, because sometimes I pick up things all the time at thrift stores. This came from a thrift store. The live strip needs to go viral. That's what my daughter said. My daughter's like, Mom, that was hysterical. And she goes, I even had friends call me and tell me, your mom is fabulous. She goes, we loved being at your house because your mom just rolls with it. So anyway, so I had decided I'm going to do this and put that in that empty space over there. I'll show you the empty space later. So, So I guess you can get this digitally because it says for digital patterns, this square should measure 1 inch. So the templates print the correct size. But there's no templates with this, so I don't know what they're talking about. But this pattern is called 10 Trio CJC 5031. It says easy to make using a large motif fabric, includes patterns for placemats, table runner, and a wall quilt. It says 10 Trio and then at Castille, CASTILLE, JA, and then cotton.com. I don't know. That's what it says. I guess that's where you can get it. CASTILLE, JACOTTON.com. And it comes from Canada. Yes. So that's cool. And I like I said, I picked this up at a thrift store. So I have not, it had a price originally of $10. I think I paid $1. I'm not quite, I don't even remember. So there's so many pages to, oh, here it is, the table runner. So I think I've cut everything. And you know me, I kind of quilt by pictures. So you have your square fabric. So you would use one large motif. And I just went ahead and, yes, used my crumbs. I think I showed you I had strips that in that bag. I just pulled out that bag. So I took the strips, and I didn't have strips wide enough for this square. So I went ahead and I had some of this fabric left over from another, what did I do with this fabric? I just used this fabric in something. So I have a strip of that, and I put that in there to make this block bigger. And then I had decided you need sashing and cornerstones. So I had more of that fabric, and I thought, you know what, we're gonna go with it. And we're gonna just use it up. And then it also calls for the side blocks, which also need a fabric, and then a cornerstones. And these are little teeny pieces that I had left over when we did the applique, like it was the houses, the wonky house wall hanging that I did this week or last weekend. So this was the leftover red fabric in there. So I'm using up everything. All that's left now from those scraps is just these little bits of pieces. So again, trying to use up. So just take out all your crumbs and your other, your other stuff, and just go for it. So we are going to, it says we're going to put sides on these. So each one of these, no, each one of these does not get a side. Let me see. Yeah, we're going to go, well, I've got to figure out how I want them to lay out, actually. So these are my blocks, and I think I just kind of want to be fun. Maybe do something like that, where this is the center, and these two are the sides, and they're just a little off. Like, I don't want to do them all like this. I think I actually want to do them like that. There we go. Okay. So if I am placing these, this is how I want my placemat to look. Not my placemat, my table runner to look. And then these go on the sides here. Okay. I think I've got it. I think I've got it. So I will put this here, and then put this one here, and this one here. So again, I did not plan this. I actually was going to sew up something different today, but I do want to take that other quilt because I want to decorate. And of course, this is not what I was supposed to be doing this morning. I was supposed to be sewing up a sample for someone, and I got to doing this instead. It's all good. Hi, Rita, how are you? And with that said, since we're doing a Christmas thing, we'll continue with these cards that were gifted for us. Some of this is some really old Christmas stuff that I just do not know. You know what? Let's go with a little different direction today, actually. Let me go with this. I think this is a better direction. Just kind of mix it up a little. Here we are. Ready? And we have some cards. These are our true and false cards. T, F, I think it's easier. Okay. The James A. Banker 3 Institute presented Al Greenspan with the Enron Prize in 2001. But you see, even out of what some would say crumbs, you can create a beautiful masterpiece. And that's what I intend to do first thing this morning. So I wish I could give you the dimensions, but because this is not my pattern, I really can't do that. But you can make something that's kind of similar-ish using your stuff, you know. The nice thing about a table runner is it could be a nice decor and it doesn't use a lot of fabric. It's great to use up your scraps with. I'm having to rip out some sashing out of my flannel blocks for a hubby's quilt. I don't know what I was thinking when I did it. Oh no! Go get yourself the eyebrow thing. This thing, I tell you, it goes really quick when you have that. I love that thing. This morning I had to rip out some quilting because when I went to quilt and I was in the middle of a quilt row, here we go. It lost its like tension, and so I had to pick out a little bit, not too much. I noticed it pretty quick, so I was lucky for that because that could have not been great. All right, so we have that, and now I need one. Oops, that goes this way, so I need to, before I get myself all flipped around here. Oh no. So yeah, I had to do that first thing. But it all is good. I got the tension back. It wasn't too bad. And it was okay. A-okay. Now, do we got the Al Green stand? I'm finishing hand binding on my baby quilt. So close to being done. Oh, that's so fabulous. Isn't it great when you're done? How did autocorrect come up with that? I have no idea. I didn't even read that. Smoothly. So the answer to this business question, the James A. Baker Institute presented Al Greenspan with the Enron Prize in 2001 is true. Enron filed for bankruptcy protection 19 days later. I don't really know a lot of these business ones are very, very business. Okay, let's go with celebrities here for a little bit. Right. Here, this one's a good one. I think I remember this one. Here we go. Let's see. Okay. A New York City cop who was promised to share his lotto winnings with a waitress made good on his pledge when he won $6 million. This goes this way. Slow, steady, and patience pay off on binding. Yes, they do. You're right on that. That goes here. And this goes there. And we're going to... Now, what does they have us do here? So they don't really have specifics on what we're to do. So I'm going to say... we are going to put, it's telling us to do this. So I'm going to put these little, I'm going to kind of, they're all different. So I'm going to kind of just figure it out here. Let me put another one of this one, maybe. There we go. These are cute. I'm loving all the little scrappy goodness I have. Didn't they make that into a movie? A Nicolas Cage movie was based on that. Oh, really? True. Yes, it was true. It was true. It said that the story was immortalized in the 1994 film, It Could Happen to You. You were all right. A British man killed himself after learning his lotto numbers were drawn the week he played... A British man killed himself after learning his lotto numbers were drawn the week he'd forgotten to play. I don't play lotto. I should play lotto, but I don't. So I put out a post a while ago about, this is right, about steamer. So I had a like garment steamer, you know, the long stick thing. It actually takes a lot of room in my room, but you know, it was something I had. So, you know, I went with it, but it has died. And so now I'm trying to figure out what would be a good new one, either handheld or tank or something. And this morning I was looking on like Amazon's Black Friday deals. Some of you had good suggestions. I know, I think Annette, you told me the one that you had for like the last 20 years. But then I got thinking, my honey said, you know, he wonders if anybody out there has one laying around that they're not using. But I said shipping may be a ridiculous amount, so I'm better off just ordering it from Amazon. But is there one that someone absolutely loves to use? So the reason I use it is not for a steam iron. My iron, there's nothing wrong with my iron. It is, hold on. It is because I use it, I discovered that instead of ironing everything at my board for the backing on my long arm, it was actually better and easier for me just to take over the steamer and steam it right as I was doing it on the frame, and it saves me a lot of time. So it's just a nice shortcut. But does anyone have a favorite that they like, I guess is the question. Let's see. My audio is off. Reading lips this morning, can't find headphones. Oh no! So to the British man, since I see a T on here, I spritz water on my backs. On your long arm? You don't even press it? You just spritz the water. I mean, I learn new things, so I'll take any hints. Because right now I don't have a steamer, and so what I have done is I've been ironing this morning. For the past 2 days, I've been doing a lot of long arming, and I've just been using my iron the old-fashioned way. Just takes forever. I use, yes, the Toby steamer. That's the one that you told me about for 20 years. So I gotta look that one up. I'm also thinking about going on Facebook Marketplace, and we'll go and hit a couple of thrift stores as well. Because you never know what you can find in a thrift store. Stitched by Susan showed us. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to have to go, I don't know how I missed that, but I will have to go and check that out. Figure out which episode that's on, because I can use that until I hate to buy one and then find one at a thrift store. That's the problem with me. But, you know, I may break down. My son has one, and he says he doesn't know where he did with it. That would have been great. That one would have been free to me. Maybe I'll remind him to look for it, because he's coming over for Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll give him a call today. On almost all her lies, all it takes is a cheap water bottle. Well, I have a cheap water bottle. That's not a problem. I'm going to look that up. I just have to, when I get off my live, because I have so much to long arm, and I've dedicated my whole entire vacation school break right now to doing my holiday long arming and get caught up. And then also I have all these quilts. I have about 2 huge quilts that I have to, samples that I have to get out. But it would really save me time to know that trick. Now look, I have all these strings behind here. Let me See, good morning, Sheila and Regina. So, the British man who killed himself after learning his lotto numbers were drawn the week he forgot to play. That is true. The bitter irony is Timothy O'Brien only had 4 of the 6 numbers right. 4 out of the 6 numbers right. That's pretty sad. I don't like bummy news first thing in the morning. Let's see if there's more uplifting. Okay, let's try this. TV journalist Geraldo Rivera was born at Jerry Rivers, but changed his name to appeal to a more Latino crowd. True or false? Oh, I have to do the bottom too. So I'm going to have to take some of these. Let's do that with this. This is going to come together pretty quick. And I'm going to go right to the long arm. And you'll see, we will have a masterpiece. Hello, Norma. True. And we will take this and one of these here. So this one goes here, and this one goes here. Adorable. This is coming out actually pretty cute. I did not know what this was going to come out, honestly. I knew it was going to be a crapshoot of some sort, but it actually turned out really cute. Again, using all little pieces of little crumb stuff. And you know, all this sashing, the cornerstones are all different, but the sashing is one piece, but it was a very small piece that I needed to, what did I do here? This goes like this. Okay, I did that right. I got thinking, oh no, I did that wrong. Here we are. I'm going to put this over here. And we'll move this one there. The Geraldo, we have true and true. I remember Geraldo. He had his own TV show. Who was that guy that I actually went to? I was in part of the tape studio audience. Oh my gosh, he was really famous. Donahue. Remember Donahue? I went to a whole bunch of us Catholic schoolgirls ended up at a Donahue show. We weren't part of the show, but we were in the audience. We thought that would be a kicker. Yes, we went to do the Donahue show. And I want to say, did any of us talk? I don't remember if anybody said anything. But yeah, that was one of our things we did, was the Donahue show. And then we had the Sally, Jessica, Raphael, Sally. I never did the Sally one, but some of the girls did. It was like a little kick on going to all the talk shows tapings there for a little bit. I didn't get into it, but I did go to the one. Has anybody here been to anything like that? Good morning, Jessica. And so the Geraldo one is false. It's false. Although Geraldo has gone by Jerry or Gerald in the past, his surname at birth was Rivera. All right. I don't even know who any of these people are. Let's go. Here we go. Let's try this one. The original Star Trek theme song included lyrics written by Gene Roddenberry. Gene Roddenberry. Okay, so we're going to put this on the bottom. And I am kind of pinning over here where these cornerstones should be. her that should be. No one knows. I don't know. I think I've watched Star Trek a handful of times with my dad, but the original Star Trek theme song included lyrics written by Gene Roddenberry. So if you're a Trekkie out here, you may know this. True. We've got a true, and the answer is true. The answer is true. Okay. Soupy Sales once encouraged his child audience to steal money from their parents and send it to him. Ooh, who's Soupy Sales? I don't remember Soupy Sales. Knit adjacent. Hello. The quilt hanging is gorgeous. Well, thank you. Lurking. Oh, you're lurking this morning, Lisa. Good morning. I don't know who Soupy Sales is. You guys have true as the thing, so y'all must know who Soupy Sales is. I must have missed that one. He was popular in the 60s and 70s. Oh, okay. So Soupy Sales, this is true. He encouraged his child audience to steal money from their parents and send it to him. That's despicable. That really is despicable. It says, WNEW-TV in New York suspended his show for 2 weeks over the incident. 2 weeks? He should have been fired. What do you mean 2 weeks? That 2 weeks, he should have been fired. That's crazy. That's crazy. He got away with that? I got to look up who this is because that's crazy. 2 weeks. Okay, Charles Manson auditioned for the Monkees in 1965. Charles Manson auditioned for the Monkees in 1965. True or false? All right, so now I'm going to put this together. And we're getting close to our... Okay, so I just realized something. In order for me to put this together, this needs to come this way. This way my seams nest, which is kind of hard with crumbs because there's so many seams, but we're gonna go with it. I see a hi everyone. I just can't see it right now. Just give me a moment. Hi everyone is Christina. Good. Hello. So this is, no, that's not how it is. This is going this way. Almost. There we go. I like that. And again, I'm pinning in these spots here. And this is just a quick table runner because I had room on my long arm and I want to use up that fabric since it's already on there. It's a good way to me use up more holiday fabric and have lots of extra pieces there. And we are going to now put this other side and knit adjacent, saying good morning. Again, I am seeing things a little different today. Goes over here. Let's try this. Yep. Almost put that wrong. No. What did I do here? Let's see. That goes there. That's the set. Why am I having all this trouble figuring out what I'm doing? Did I just put this together wrong? No, I didn't. Yes, I did. It goes this way. I am today so out of sorts. I actually am out of sorts. I was about ready not to go live today because I was a little out of sorts. But this is not right. Let me see. What did I do here? I didn't want to do it this way. I wanted... Give me a moment. I'm trying to figure out what I did. Okay, so this goes this way, and that goes that way. So what did I do wrong? I don't know what I did wrong. I'm just going to go with it. I did something screwy, and we're just going to go with it. I think I don't know. I have to reevaluate. I have to actually repress this now. So instead of pressing one, I should have only been able to press one instead of two. It's all right. Things have to lay flat, because especially on a table, because if you put a cup on it, it'll do something wonky. Me too. My computer is acting crazy today. Oh, hi, Aunt Beck. So Aunt Beck had a live yesterday. I put it to notify me, because even though I knew I was going to be with kiddos, I figured I could put it, I could take my break then, because I had somewhat of a flexible day yesterday. But then I got involved, and my notification never went off until much later. But she made an advent box, and she sent it to someone on her live, and she made all the things in it. I think that was super cool and creative. Hi, Muriel. Oh, Babalota, I got your email, and I'm glad you got on here, because I got home. I went to bed early, like 5:30. And hold on. And I could type it up, because I'm going to go and hopefully respond to emails now that I have a moment. You're not the only one I have to respond to. There's 4 or 5 I have to respond to. So the actual house block measures 5.5 by 7.5, I want to say. I thought it was on here. You can do whatever you want, as long, and you know what? If it's short or something, I'm going to add fabric. I'm going to make it work. So yeah, so 5.5 by 7.5. I can't find it right now, but I'm pretty darn sure that is the size of it. Yes, 5.5. Well, this is 5.5 by 7. But I believe most of them are 5.5 by 7.5. So we're gonna, let's see. Let me see. Yep. Yes, that's what it is. I hope that answered, but I will try to go on. Lately, I get home from school and I'm so wiped out. I feel like I cannot get ahead. Here we are. I sent you a response on Discord. You guys are doing better on responses than I am. So here we are. Just a little crummy tablecloth. But actually, this gets more. So this has a border. So it's more of a wider table runner. Did I say tablecloth? Table runner. I could just keep it like this. It's actually pretty cute. See right here. All right. Now, I have these pieces. And I have these. So this has a border. Let me see what they do here. This has a border. There it goes. These have like these 4 cornerstones and then a border. Now on to design. I cannot wait. I read your email last night. And it's one of those things, I come home and I have to cook and then I have to clean and my house is a disaster and I've got to get work done. And I think I've overloaded myself way too much. I need to really slow it down, but you know, it's hard for me to slow it down. I'll be the first one to admit that. So I need 4 of a block that looks like where I have these. And I'm going to go ahead and make all 4. And I probably made more than I cut more than I needed of this fabric. 3. And do I have enough to do 4 identical? I sure do. Do I? Oh, let's see. No, I don't. I am short. Well, here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Actually, this has a piece of selvage, so let's move that. 4. I'm 1 short on this one, so I just won't use this one. I'll just use this 4. And then these are just extra that I could put in with my crumbs. So can you see what I'm doing here? I have that like that. And then I have these pieces, and there should be 4 here. 4, and then, ooh, that's a big piece. 3, and I cut this way too big. So this has to be cut down. This little piece has to be cut down to that size. And then the other ones just get 1, 2, 3, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. So that is my block, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it like this, because this one here is basically like a solid. It reads like a solid. So then this way I have that. And then I'll put these away. Okay, where was I? Oh, the Charles Manson. Let's see what Charles Manson was up to. It says, oh, it's false. Although Charles Manson did skirt the California music scene in the late 1960s, he was in prison between 1961 and 1967. Wow. That's all? Didn't he kill people? Pretty sure he killed people. Oh, here, this is cute. The first toilet to be seen on network TV was on Leave It to Beaver. True or false? I have no school today, so I'm not rushing off anywhere. I want to finish this crummy table runner and put that right on the long arm, and we'll go long arm it together. And again, just taking little old pieces to make, and I keep all my pieces in a bag as I showed you yesterday. True. Norma says it's true. And yes, the first toilet bowl was seen on Leave It to Beaver. It says here, the little notes. Hold on. I'm just going to run this last one through, and then I'll read you the little note. There's like a little paragraph about this little bit of useless knowledge for us. Ready? Here we go. Wally and the beaver used the toilet tank as an aquarium for their pet alligator. The bowl is never seen in the episode, however. Why were people like, you couldn't, I know that you couldn't see women pregnant. I think Lucy was the first woman who was on while she was pregnant, right? Wasn't that, and that was a big deal. And I think the bed situation was a big deal on I Love Lucy. But a toilet? That's just, that's just housekeeping. That's like, everybody goes potty. I don't know why a toilet wouldn't be a thing on there. Now, if it was vulgar, I understand, but that's strange. All right, here we go. John Wayne. So for the John Wayne people out there, John Wayne was offered the role of Marshal Matt Dillon on Gunsmoke, but turned it down. True or false? I don't think you often see me sewing with teeny tiny pieces. This is not a natural occurrence, I think. These are really tiny. Let's see, we have true, true, true. I have to hop up, not a problem. See you later. And Annette is sewing up on her channel the mystery, I think Aloha, right? It was the Cotton Cuts Mystery Aloha. So she's been uploading videos on that. So if you haven't caught them, go over there. And Regina, you put one up this morning super early. I saw that. And it was a pretty quilt that you have as your thumbnail. M. Smith. No, is it Smith? I don't know. I think it's M. Smith. But it's not coming up on my side. I'm so discombobulated on the way they now have showing your name. I did put a post on my channel on how you could change your name so that everyone knows who you are. I did not make the video. It was Katie from the Greenland Quilter. She put out a tutorial, I don't know what you want to call it, tutorial how-to on it. And I shared her posts because I am not tech savvy, but she did try to help you out with this, and us, I guess. Maria, yes, okay. I wasn't sure. I have two M's Smiths. One is Mary and this one's Maria, so we're doing good. So I'm just going kind of to one side on these. I'm just picking, we're just putting everything to the, what are we doing? To the right or to the left, like that on these. And today I have a doctor's appointment and we're going to a Friendsgiving. So that's going to be exciting. And then this now has to go this way since these are going that way. These have to go out here. And I haven't cooked, but I'm bringing a sopa de gandules with pan de agua. So I am, yes, so I am making, so that's going this, so this has to go in now. This has to go the other way. Let's see, yep. So Sam's Club here sells pan de, they call it pan cubano, but it really tastes like pan de agua from Puerto Rico. So we're going to pick some of that up. I'm going to put my soup in my Instapot, and then that's what we're bringing with us. And I'm going to make some kind of pumpkin dessert. I don't know. That's what I should be doing now too, but I'd rather be quilting. A sopa de gandules. So you want me to make your mouth salivate? Because my mouth is salivating right now. So with the John Wayne, let's finish off with John Wayne here though, and then I'll make your mouth salivate. John Wayne was offered the role of Marshal Matt Dillon on Gunsmoke, but turned it down, is a myth. It's false. Wayne recommended James Arnez. No, it's not Arnez. It's Arnez for the job. All right, so a sopa de gandules. So you take a nice ham bone, a nice meaty ham bone, or you could take a ham hock or whatever kind of ham, or if you're not into ham, you can make a vegetarian, but I make mine with ham. So you take a ham bone and you put in some, in my case, because we have been making lots of turkeys, afterwards I make, you know, from the roasted turkey, I make a turkey stock. or turkey broth, whatever you want to call it. And I freeze it in containers. So I took out containers of frozen turkey broth. You can use chicken. The ham bone, with the meaty ham bone, that goes in the pot with the broth, some water, and I boil that down for a bit. And then I make dried gandules, but you can use canned, and I use canned when I'm in a pinch. And you add gandules to that and sofrito. And sofrito is like, I don't know how to call it. It's like Puerto Rican mirepoix. It is cilantro and peppers and onions and all kinds of goodness. You throw in some of that. You throw in some adobo and some sazon. You throw in a can of tomatoes, like chopped tomatoes, and you throw that in there, and then you put in pumpkin chunks or acorn squash or butternut squash, but we traditionally put something called calabaza, and that's what I have. So you put that in there and you cook that for a little bit more, and then you add either short or medium grain rice, and you let that cook, and oh, it is so good. You know, throw a bay leaf in there, and that's how I make mine. Oh, you did? And this is how they always said. Okay, perfect. I'm back. Did I miss anything? Well, Melanie, I was just discussing sopa de gandules, just my soup that I'm making today. It's a potluck Friendsgiving, and we looked at like what everybody was bringing, and nobody was bringing soup, and I didn't want to double up on anything, so I thought I'd bring soup. And every time I make this for all kinds of parties with different backgrounds and different people, OMG, they go crazy for the soup. They go crazy for the soup. I use Puerto Rican rice because I'm the crazy lady who packs rice in her suitcase. Yes, I pack rice in my suitcase, and I pack enough rice so that I hopefully have it by the time I hope I did that right. Is that right? Let me see. Yeah, I did it right. Yeah, it's so funny too, because they'll say, "Do you have any food in your suitcase?" And then I say, "I only have food in my suitcase." And then I start reading off all the things that I have in my suitcase. I'm like, I've got jam, I've got coffee, I got rice, I got candy. I was about to make arroz con gandules, but I'm switching to a sopa. Yes, try the sopa. It's really good. It's really good. So this now goes in the corners like I don't know. Let's see. Let me look at the picture. This goes like in the corners where this is out, like that. Okay. So these go in the corner like this, and that's great because now they're all different. But you know what? I did not cut borders for this. It needs like borders here, and it needs, let me see what size border. Okay, so now I have to go through my scraps and find some kind of border. I probably could go with any color. I've got red, and I don't know, maybe there's some blue in here. I mean, it's a little bizarre. It has a lot of color in here. I don't know what I'd want to put in here. I don't have, I would almost put the same one in here. Let's see. But I don't think I have, I would need 2, 3. I would need 3 with the fabrics of that. Okay, I'm moving this. Okay, I'm moving. Now we'll get to play pet fabric, figure something out. Hi, Deb. Good morning. All right. So we can put this. So I have some of this. I do have some of this. It would be, I don't know if it needs to be the same color. Oh, maybe if I had red. No, because I have red in there. and then it doesn't pop. I could just go with this and say, oh well. What do I want to do? I could do I could totally change this up and do like a skinny border. Like do an interior red border and then an exterior this border. Let's see what I have. So this is my big bag of scraps. Ooh, I could do a piano key border. Look at that. I have some of this. That would be kind of going with, let's see what that would look like. Well, that would be different. That would truly be a crummy, this would truly be a crummy kind of quilt. But it might be cute. Let's see. That is there. I mean, it's different. It's different. But I have plenty of it. Those are things that I've sewn up. Oh, look at this. I've got 2 blocks like this. I could have made this into something. Let me see what other things I have here. Ooh, I have this piece that was just given to me. Our little bears. I have this piece. Let's see, audition. Let's audition some things. So we'll put this here. And we could have snowmen. Actually don't look that terrible because this has a lot of this color in it, actually. Snowmans are looking pretty good. Put this here. And snowmen may make it because there's a lot of tan in here. Because I don't know about the blue. It's a little piece of snowman. I have this Santa Claus. No, I don't like that. I don't like the Santa Claus. I have blue snowman. No. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with that one. I don't have many choices. My Christmas stash is really pretty much lacking luster, but yeah. Okay. We are going to, you know what? I have some of this fabric, more of this fabric too. Okay. I think we're going to go with the snowman. We're going to go with the snowman and make it be done. And in that case, let's see. Do I have something else fun here? Okay, Muppets. Here we go. We're going to go on a Muppet question. Muppets, Bert and Ernie are... We're not going to go with this. It's totally inappropriate. Forget about it. Oh, this is tragic. Oh, some of these are really, really like sad. This is supposed to be where we're having fun and yeah, some of these, let's go find something else. Let's go find something a little bit more cheery. All right, I'm coming back. Let me find, here we go. We'll go with this. We'll learn about everyday items. How about that? What is this? Hi, Mona. Right, that's Mona, yeah. So, what is that? We'll go with this because I can't do doom and gloom first thing in the morning. It's too much. It's way too much for me. I'm coming right back. I just need to press this. Doom and gloom in the morning, no good. Ginger, yes. Okay, so we're going to learn about ginger, and this is much better than what I was reading before. Okay, true or false? The drink known as ginger beer was first made in Jamaica. And really, you don't need much of this if you have like a smaller piece of scrap. I don't. So I have really tiny pieces or this size. Because you only need like a half a yard, if that. You might be able to get away with, let's see. No, you're not going to be able to get away with a third of a yard. It's a little over. And since I'm here, I might as well cut the size I need. I'm going to move the camera up, and we're going to check out the size here. So here's this runner. And let's see, we've got, good morning, okay. So true or false, the drink known as ginger beer was first made in Jamaica. I love ginger beer. Anytime my belly, so this measures 34 and a half. So I need 2 strips that say 34 and a half. I love ginger beer for tummy aches. And I get the real stuff. That's a fortune. The 4 packs, not ginger ale, but the real deal. And I drink that. And then if I'm at a party, mind you, a party. Hold on, let me press this real quick. Yeah, ginger beer is good with a lot of things. Moscow Mule, Jameson. I love ginger beer. And everyone is telling me we have a couple of false, 1 true. And where in the world did you buy that? What did I buy? Oh, and where in the world do you buy that? Oh, in the grocery store. It's $7.90. Well, I was not feeling well the other night, and my son took me. And we did the little local grocery store, so it's probably cheaper at a big one. But it was $7.99. It was Reed's ginger beer. It has no alcohol. There's no alcohol in ginger beer, at least the one I buy. But I said 34 and a half, right? But you can make alcoholic beverages with it that taste good. 34 and a half. And it is made with ginger. It's really delicious. If you've never tried it, I highly recommend it. Especially if you have a tummy ache. Even if you have like a cold, you can make it into something good. So there's like 3 really big ginger beer companies. But the one I bought the other day was Reed's. So it's false. It was first made in England in the 1700s. Which country is the world's top producer of commercial ginger? A, India, B, Jamaica, or C, Japan? Now I need to find out the size of this. And that's 12 and a half. So I'm just going to, I just need 2 of these. I'll just press this and then do 12 and a half. Long thing. Japan, yes to the Moscow Mule. B, Japan, India, Jamaica. We're all over. So this is 12 and a half right here. So I just have to come in here and go like that. This is what I have left. So now this will go into scraps, and right, this will go here. And so now I add these and put this here. Let's see how much I have left of this. I feel like someone sent me this here. 18, I have a half a yard of this left. So I could back this probably with this, but I'm gonna long arm, so. And then put that down in here. Okay. And let's go, and then we're gonna put this together. So what it's gonna look like is I have to, these are the sides, and this here is the top. I don't know if you can see. Let me move this again. Kiddo says Japan. So it is India, India. Next question about ginger. What is special about the type of ginger that is eaten with sushi? What is special about the type of ginger that is eaten with sushi? Oh, and my one son is probably not going to be here for Thanksgiving because this always happens. He's getting deployed. Yes, Butters is getting deployed to Buffalo. Because apparently they're getting hammered with snow. So these are going to go to the sides like this. So I was a little sad. Probably his girlfriend was probably more sad than I was, because every year, it like never fails. Every year there's some kind of disaster somewhere. He gets deployed all the time on Thanksgiving. I remember he went to his dad's one year, and he hardly goes, and he went, and they were in the middle of dinner, and they were like, you have to go. And if it's local, he has to go. Like if it's something local, he has to go. He can't say no. This one he can say no to, but he likes to go. He likes to go on deployment because he gets paid well. So who doesn't, right? It's pickled. It's pickled. Oh no, but yes, he is. He does. He had Miss Christmas. Was it last year or the year before? Yeah, because he had to shovel out Watertown, New York, due to some crazy snow. But this time it's Buffalo. And I don't know. He told me that he would have to. He may have to leave this morning. I didn't hear from him, so I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe after this work, because they, you know, they also can't leave the shipyard. They can't leave the yard here behind without people too, because if we have a snowstorm. But he does, he really operates these really giant machinery, and not everybody has that credential, but you should see some of these snow plows. They're ginormous. They're like these giant things that, oh my gosh, because last time he was, I don't know where he was, and he sent me like the pictures of the snow. What was it, the dash cam? I don't know, but you see going through, and it's like wild. It's wild. I'm glad I don't live there, because that is way too much snow for me. As it is, I am like, I'm over it. I want to be in Puerto Rico. I don't like the snow as much as I used to like the snow. I like Christmas time in the snow. Like snow and Christmas together. And even that's pushing it. It's been cold here, and I feel like we've been needing a fire. We haven't even started. We haven't done our fireplace yet this year. All right, so now I've pinned everything, because if not, I'll get caught up. So I pinned everything, and now all I need to do is sew. And back here, as you can see, I forgot this. I pulled this out. This is what I pulled out. I just never cut it. Oh well. This was what I pulled out, which was, it wouldn't have worked anyway because it was a quarter, fat quarter. I don't think it would have worked. It's too late. Snowmen are going on here and they're tossed, so I don't have to worry about them. Okay, I'm gonna move everything, and the ginger is, yes, it is pickled. So while I move everything, here we go. Here's a new one, super cute. Look at that puppy with the little tongue hanging out, super cute. All it needs is a little barrel of whiskey around its neck. It's super cute. I watch too much cartoons. I believe that was in a cartoon. Okay, I'm moving, and we are moving over here. Whoops. It is a St. Bernard. Oh, I like that. I could see you better, but I don't know if you could see. We'll do that. We had a snow a few years ago. The majority of our state lost power. No thanks. Exactly. It is a St. Bernard. It's a cute St. Bernard. I mean, look at that tongue hanging out. I love it. I love it. It's too cute. Okay, so it's a St. Bernard. Once carried, oh, it wasn't whiskey in barrels. It said once carried brandy in barrels around their neck during alpine rescues. Oh, no, that's the question. It says, so this is a true or false question. St. Bernards once carried brandies in barrels around their necks during alpine rescues. True or false? Okay, I'm going to pull this off, and then we're going to put the sides, start sewing on sides here. That was a true or false question. I said whiskey, they're saying brandy. Potato, potato. Tomato, tomato. We have true, brandy or cognac, Beethoven, so cute, true. So it is actually false. This is what it's saying. It is saying St. Bernards once carried brandy in barrels around their necks during alpine rescue is false. A brandy cask was first put around a St. Bernard's neck in the 19th century painting. So in a 19th century painting. Had nothing to do with rescue, all to do with art. Let me put this on. And we are doing the other side. And I mean, I think these little snowmen are quite cute. I'm pretty sure someone here sent me these. I'm recollecting some holiday fabric was sent to me last year. So you might be seeing some fabric. Okay, so here we go. Another question about this St. Bernard. Of what breed group is the St. Bernard a part according to the American Kennel Club? A, herding dogs, B, sporting dogs, or C, walking dogs? And pick up this one. So now we have our table runner. I want to say tablecloth, even though we all know this is a table runner. A working dog. Did I say walking dog? Sorry, working. Like a working out. Working. I said walking. I meant to say working. He's got to work hard for his money or for his brandy or whatever it is that they put around his neck. And now I got that song stuck in my head. He works hard for his money. Oh, no, not that. Oops. This has to go over here. I have to run this through. Oh, no, that's she works hard for her money. Well, you know me. I'm a wackadoodle. I just realized I said saying the wrong thing. Hi, Muriel. They were used as a nursery dog to protect children. Oh, okay. Hello. I think this is Mom and Pop Quilt Shop that's coming up here. Good morning from rainy Nova Scotia. They're working on some fabulous things. Every channel here is working on fabulous things. And Mona and Deb, they are going to have a sew-along like they always do. That's coming up. I don't know if it's on Discord or on your channel, so please forgive me, but you can chime in and type in whatever you'd like to type in. If someone is having a live, I don't know everybody's schedule, so if you're having a live, you know someone's having a live, please mention it now. Some of us may be looking for things to do later on. Made by Misty, good morning. I have a full day once I get off of here, and I will have done nothing that I was supposed to have done. But you know what? I gotta take a little time for me to do something a little different. And plus, I have a show coming up the first week in December, which is next weekend, right? No, the second weekend in December. And so I need to get some things. And people like things like this. Believe it or not, my #1 seller last year were all my little crummy quilts that I made, like the tiny lap size ones. Yeah, I made some. And they sold well, so. Muriel just sent me floating hearts. Well, thank you, Muriel. I have a really long video coming out tomorrow and Friday, so if you need something to lull you to sleep, okay. I doubt you'll be lulling us to sleep, but if you say so. What else do we have? I have to run, not a problem. I'm on here much longer than I'm usually am. I'm destined. I want to finish this crummy table runner and get it right onto my long arm so I could pull everything off my long arm. And make sure, did I do this right? Yes, I did that right. I almost put this wrong though, because this has to go this way. And there we go. And we're going to put this. I love these pins. I don't know what they're called, but they're fabulous. They look like acupuncture needles, these things. I care for them so much. All right, there we are. And I like the extra, extra fine. I like them to be really, like, I don't like them to be thick at all. I want them to go like butter, and they do. All right, here's the last of it. And Deb, you can promote what you're doing, Deb, on your sew along with Mona. I don't know, Lisa, are you doing it with them? You're oh so good. I'm always beating to my own tune here. Actually, I really like it now that I have it on here. I like it even more. I can't wait to press this and show you. And And again, you can just do something like this on your own with your crumbs, with your stash, with your scraps, with whatever it is that you got going on. Good morning, Joydy. Mona is hosting. Song Sparrow, so along. Wait, wait a second. Is that the one that I have? Sparrows? I don't know. That's on my bucket list of things to make. I just haven't done it yet. No, I'm not doing this so along with Deb and Mona. I'm working on No, I saw that. You had it all like done up and was it in bags? I don't know. I remember seeing it in the middle of the night. Sorry, Lisa. I was watching in the middle of the night. You couldn't sleep, but I wasn't watching you. I was scrolling. You couldn't sleep, so you decided to cut your stuff. See, I do see your stuff. Even though I don't comment, I see everybody's stuff. I'll be hosting Winter Kisses on my channel in January. Ooh, yeah, everybody tell it how it is here. Hi, Linda. So here it is. I'm going to give this a quick press on the borders, and I'm going to stick it right on the long arm. I'm glad I'm not the only one up at all hours of the night trying to figure out what to do when everybody else is asleep. I want to watch TV, but I don't want to wake up the whole house. So instead I just run my sewing machine. But my honey doesn't hear the sewing machine. He hears the TV if I was to go into the kitchen. Because I would watch TV in the kitchen. And then if I came up here and watched TV in the living room, my son would listen to hear it. But everyone says they sleep through my sewing machine, so. There we are. We have the final, and then it could go right on my long arm. So here it is. A quick and easy. Hello, Black Star. Okay, there we go. A quick and easy table runner that I did use crumbs and scraps and stash. And now I am going to put it right onto my long arm. So watch this here. I'm going to turn this around. And, oh, this is good. This is, see, right under here, I have pieces of leftover batting. So now all I have to do is find a piece of leftover batting. So that one's a big piece. What is this? This one is, no, that's for a baby quilt. I did some Franken batting for some donation quilts. Oh, here's more. Here's more cutoffs. I want to find one that's closer to the size. Is this closer? Nope, it's just shy. And this one's just shy. So, see how I have the different sizes? We'll go with that one. I think we'll go with that one. Hold on. Have a couple more. Nope. Nope, this is the size. So now I will put this. So batting has two different sides. We have this side, which is the bottom, and then this side is the top. So I'm going to put that right on here. Put it right across. Now I am turning over the, so I have to make sure I have 2.5 inches there, and I have plenty here. Yep. All right. Because I'm going to flip the back to the front. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to tighten. And I make sure that it does this little bobby up and down. Because if you do it too tight, it ends up skipping a stitch. So here I have trees on this side and green on that side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this, well, let's see, because I'm going to fold this in half, and I'm going to put it right on the center here seam. This way half of it will be trees and half of it will be green, and then it looks more intentional instead of just one place. And then I just smooth this right onto here. And then I can just go and just do a meander. I could do a loop. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but it's all ready. It uses the rest of it, and I'm going to have a quick table runner that I could probably sell. So that makes me happy. Did you get enough batting for the teen quilts? No. I'm at a standstill right now with the teen quilts, but that is one of my things that I'm working on this weekend. I didn't know there was a front and back on batting. Yes, if you don't do it right, you get something called bearding. How do I know? Because I didn't know it either. And then the back of my quilt had all these little white fuzzy things, and I was sitting there picking them all. You learn the hard way. I looked up, why do I have round fuzzy balls in the back of my, why do I have white fuzzy balls on the back of my quilt? Because that's not where they're supposed to be. And I find out it's because it's called bearding, and it's all to do with the batting. So yes, so over here you can tell it's got like a little, on this kind has like a little papery thing, and it looks like it's being needle punched down. So when you're using yours, your needle punch is going down in the same direction as that. I hope that makes any sense to you. But with that said, I'm not going to do this live. It's going to make a big racket. I'm going to finish it up, and I have to go because it's 8:30. I have to get ready for a doctor's appointment, run errands so that I can come home and cook and enjoy my Friendsgiving tonight. So everyone, take care of yourself. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. I'm hoping to go live, but I'm really not sure because there's a lot of factors going on tomorrow. So, take care of yourself. This is the holiday. Relax, enjoy, and take care. And I will see you all soon. Take care. And if you wouldn't mind on your way out giving me the thumbs up, I would appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye. Happy Thanksgiving.